What happens when the free-spirited ENFP collides with the structured ISTJ? Chaos? Order? Or something entirely unexpected? Today, we'll uncover the hidden shadows of these two personality types. We'll explore how they trigger each other and how they can create balance together. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the ENFP and ISTJ. These two personalities might seem like polar opposites at first glance. One thrives on creativity and exploration, while the other values structure and tradition. But beneath the surface, their differences can either complement each other or create conflict. By the end of this video, you'll understand how their shadow sides come into play, how they clash in daily life, and, most importantly, how they can grow together. Let's jump right in. To truly understand these two types, we need to start with their cognitive functions. The ENFP leads with extroverted intuition. This means they're constantly exploring new ideas and possibilities. They're driven by a strong sense of personal values, guided by introverted feeling. When needed, they can use extroverted thinking to organize their ideas, though it's not their favorite. Their weakest function, and their shadow, is introverted sensing. This makes them struggle with routines and detailed planning. The ISTJ, on the other hand, leads with introverted sensing. They excel at recalling details, following traditions, and creating structure. Their decisions are grounded in extroverted thinking, which helps them stay efficient and practical. Beneath the surface, they also have a personal moral compass shaped by introverted feeling. Their weakest function, and their shadow, is extroverted intuition. This makes them resist new ideas or unexpected changes. With such different strengths and weaknesses, these two types are bound to see the world in very different ways. Now let's talk about their shadows. For the ENFP, their shadow function, introverted sensing, can create problems when they're overwhelmed or under stress. Instead of staying consistent and paying attention to details, they might procrastinate or become scattered. Routines feel stifling to them, and they often ignore the small, practical steps needed to achieve their goals. For the ISTJ, their shadow function, extroverted intuition, makes them uncomfortable with uncertainty. When faced with abstract ideas or unpredictable situations, they may double down on their routines and reject anything that feels too risky or unfamiliar. In other words, their shadows can make them struggle with the exact things the other type values most. So, what happens when an ENFP and an ISTJ interact? Their shadows often clash in ways that can trigger frustration or even conflict. For example, an ENFP might see the ISTJ as too rigid or stuck in their ways. They might try to push the ISTJ to be more spontaneous or open-minded, something the ISTJ finds deeply uncomfortable. This can lead the ISTJ to retreat further into their routines, which only makes the ENFP feel more stifled. On the flip side, the ISTJ might see the ENFP as disorganized or unreliable. To compensate, they may try to impose more structure or rules. This, of course, can feel suffocating to the ENFP, who values their freedom and creativity. Without good communication, these differences can create a cycle of tension where both types feel misunderstood. Let's look at some examples of how this dynamic might play out in real life. Imagine an ENFP and an ISTJ working together on a project. The ENFP is full of creative ideas and bold plans, but they might forget deadlines or overlook key details. Meanwhile, the ISTJ creates a step-by-step plan and sticks to it, sometimes rejecting the ENFP's ideas because they seem impractical or too risky. Over time, the ENFP might feel that their creativity isn't valued, while the ISTJ feels frustrated by what they see as a lack of focus. Or think about a romantic relationship between these two types. The ENFP might want spontaneous adventures or last-minute plans, while the ISTJ prefers a predictable routine. If they don't find a middle ground, the ENFP might feel trapped, and the ISTJ might feel ungrounded. These situations highlight how their shadows can bring out the best or the worst in each other. But here's the good news. ENFPs and ISTJs can grow together by learning from each other's strengths. The ENFP can embrace the ISTJ's structure. Learning to stick to routines or focus on practical details can help the ENFP bring their creative ideas to life. The ISTJ, on the other hand, can learn to trust the ENFP's vision. Being open to new ideas, especially ones that feel risky, can lead to breakthroughs they might never achieve on their own. The key is communication. The ENFP needs to explain the value of their ideas, and the ISTJ needs to share why structure is so important to them. When both feel understood, they can create a partnership that balances creativity and stability. So there you have it, ENFP and ISTJ. Chaos meets order, creativity meets structure. Their differences can cause tension, but with understanding and effort, they can create something truly extraordinary. Did you recognize yourself or someone you know in this description? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on personality types. Thanks for watching and see you next time.